Chamber UK is joined here today by Wendy Morton, Conservative MP, who has been an MP for Aldrige-Brownhills since 2015. She's in the running to become Deputy Speaker for the House of Commons. Hi, Wendy, and thank you so much for joining us here today.
Hi, Gabby.
So just a few questions for you. First of all, why is it that you want this role? And are there any initiatives you hope to carry out as Deputy Speaker?
So, Gabby, I thought long and hard about this role, and I also thought long and hard about what I've been doing in Parliament. From the very beginning. Well, look, I never set out to be a politician. Let's be quite honest about that. And I love representing my constituency here at Westminster. I've also had some amazing roles over the years as chief whip, as minister in various different departments. And I sat and thought, right, I've followed the work of the Speaker and the deputies, and actually they're integral to everything that our Parliament is, everything that I that hold dear, everything that is about our democracy. And so I thought, well, look, Eleanor has moved on, and Nigel's no longer here. Why not? Why not put my hat in the ring for something that I think I can bring something to the role? I think for me, I recognise that this is often described as the mother of all parliaments. Other parliaments look up to this place, so therefore it's incumbent upon us to absolutely uphold all the standards of decency that surround and underpin democracy. But at the same time, we have to recognise we have to slowly move forward and modernise, and recognise that this parliament isn't perfect.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that often saddens me when I'm talking to people is they say, well, I'm not voting, you're all as bad as one another, I can't be bothered, I've never voted at all. And I think that actually saddens me in a democratic country. So I want to, within the role of Deputy Speaker, play my role in that. I also think that there's so much good about this Parliament that we need to also promote. But we've got a huge change in this Parliament, with a huge churn of new members coming in, and we need to embrace that, I think, not as just a challenge, but as an opportunity. As an opportunity, I think, to reconnect with the public and to restore some of that trust and confidence that is perhaps has been lost a little bit of late. So, and I came to Parliament with not a background in politics. Yeah, I've been a local councillor, but I've got a lot of business knowledge, working with people, customer service type roles. So I'd like to think that I can bring some of those skills to the role and work. This isn't about one person. This is about working as a team, and it's about having, I think, the integrity and the impartiality to recognise it's about making Parliament work as best as it can for everybody, and it has to be fair.
Great. Thank you, Wendy. Well, that kind of almost answers my second question, which is
Oops.
what would be your primary focus and why? So anything other than kind of trying to better develop trust and confidence in Parliament and teamwork. Is there any other initiative that you would really want to?
There is, and I think restoring trust, restoring respect. So I think with the responsibility of being an MP comes the need for respect. And often we may spar in the chamber, but we have to respect one another. And I've got friends on both sides of the house. We can argue in the chamber, and then you walk out the door and you're chatting, having a cup of coffee or with somebody. I think that's the bit the public maybe don't always see. So I want to work on that respect piece. But I think there's another side to being part of the speakers team, which I think often goes unnoticed, but it's crucial. There is the piece around procedure, parliamentary standards, absolutely. But there's also that piece around members, pastoral care, behaviour, mental health is fast becoming an important topic, because members of Parliament often face huge pressure. Security. So all those are the sort of areas that I think, turn the clock back several years, we probably never had to even think about in this place, but now we do. So those are things that I want to continue to work on and see, where do we need to learn, where do we need to make improvements. And then there's the relationship between the members of Parliament and the House staff that is equally important, and all the different organisations that make up what I see is like a massive family here, often described as the Westminster Village. I think probably does sum it up really quite well.
Great. Yeah, no, thank you, Wendy. And also, if like talking about these things that you want to try and create a better environment for, but do you think that there is currently like an urgent issue that you can put your finger on that requires attention that you would really want to focus in on, or do you think it's more of just a general want to try and improve all these things that you've mentioned?
I think I'd want to listen to members because one or two people have highlighted a few issues of late. We know there are some specific security issues that have cropped up during the election. I've heard people say there are issues getting children into the creche. So those are very specific things, and that impacts on people's ability to do their job and to feel safe. But the overarching piece for me is around respect for Parliament, standards, integrity. And I just think we've got an excellent opportunity with a new Parliament to really move this Parliament forward. And I'm not going to say reshape it because that suggests that everything was bad. It certainly wasn't. But I think we can genuinely make it a better place.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Wendy, and best of luck.
So, thanks, Gabby.